I'm Demi Hayes, and this is a final whistle.
Hello and welcome back to the final whistle, brought to you by the Rugby Connection podcast. Well, we're back on the Sevens circuit once again, and what a guest we have. She has won pretty much everything there is to win when it comes to sevens. Commonwealth gold medal, World Series with Australia, and the World Sevens last year in South Africa. It's Demi Hayes. Demi, thank you so much for coming on. How are you getting on?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Well, yeah, we're back on the Sevens circuit, and what a guest, because you have, like I said in the intro, you've done pretty much everything. You've been at the Olympics, you've won Commonwealth gold, on the World Series. Yeah, does that ever feel real? Does that ever sink in?
Not really. I think as you keep playing and you get more experience, you always look back on those moments and definitely cherish them. But as you said, it doesn't necessarily feel real. You just continue, every series goes on and on. So I guess you just hope it gets better and better and you keep achieving good things like that.
I mean, fingers crossed, just because your resume just it writes itself. So let's just keep adding to that one age already.
Exactly.
We ask all our guests this just to kind of get the ball rolling a little bit. What actually got you into rugby in the first place, and then obviously sevens?
I think here in Australia we play a lot of touch football, so that was probably my first place of kind of rugby or anything to do with the football. And then I was lucky enough to know Charlotte Caslick quite well, and Emily Cherry, and then kind of Shani Williams and Shannon Parry after that, and they kind of paved the way to have rugby sevens in the Olympics. So I guess prior to that, 2014, 2015, I was playing touch football and found this fully funded kind of pathway in my state in Australia of Queensland, and they kind of offered to pay for everything. And, you know, if you had the talent, you kind of just stepped up those pathways. So I was really lucky to kind of follow in their footsteps. And obviously seeing them win gold in Rio encouraged me a lot to continue that and continue going through those pathways. And from then on, I was pretty much a full-time contracted sevens player here in Australia, and I haven't really looked back since.
Amazing. I love that. I love it when you just hit the ground running and just keep going with it. I love it. Now, talking of the Olympics, obviously your experience was not quite normal than what everyone expected. How did you deal with it all? I know it's a few years ago now, but just with it all in the world.
Yeah. I think everyone's experience in Tokyo would have been different with all of the COVID restrictions. Originally, all of our families obviously having tickets and that completely changing, it being pushed back a year. Literally everything that we imagined and I guess envisaged was completely the opposite when we showed up there. I guess nonetheless we were there. It was still such an amazing opportunity. Being, I guess, called an Olympian from that moment was, you know, will always hold a very strong place in my heart. But I think, as you said, we didn't get the performance we wanted, you know, losing in a quarter. Obviously, the best we could come was fifth, which we ended up getting, but just nothing that we trained so hard. And I guess you look back and every other team has done the exact same as you, but, you know, there's got to be a moment in the game where you win or you lose. And, you know, we faced that. We ended up losing. So I guess we all had to have a pretty close look at ourselves before we played that final match. And we were lucky enough to come away with the win, but that was not what we set out for Tokyo. So I think there's so many people that, I don't know, we feel, I guess, we're disappointed in us, considering we came off a win in Rio, all of the girls. So this next Olympic coming up is a big one for us, and we're definitely wanting to keep our standards to where they are. As you said, winning gold at the Commonwealth Games, winning the World Series, winning the World Cup. You know, they're our standards, not to drop to fifth or anything like that.
No, that's fair. You actually read my mind. I was going to mention Paris 2024 there, so you're already one step ahead. I'm guessing that is the main aim for both camps right now, is purely the Olympics, because you have qualified, I believe.
What was that? Sorry.
Have you already qualified? You have qualified, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, we have.
So I'm guessing that it's just full, all things pointing towards Paris.
Yes, exactly. So we were obviously lucky enough to qualify in the World Series this year. Everyone's been on a big break of a couple of weeks, and we come back Monday. So that's kind of the start of our Olympic campaign all over again. So it's nearly 12 months until Paris Olympics. So that's a pretty surreal moment, knowing that it's only a year away, considering it feels like we were just in Tokyo. So all of our eyes, all of our goals are set on performing in Paris, and I think that'll be heavily based around how we go on the World Series, and obviously these next months leading into Dubai, Cape Town of the start of the World Series this year is massive for us.
I couldn't agree with you more. You've named some very famous places on the circuit there. If you could choose to do a World Series event at a place that it's never been, where would you have it?
Really good question. I actually, that's a really good question. I would have no idea. I think obviously rugby sevens is such a unique sport, and we're so lucky we get to play in such amazing places. But no matter where you have it, I think there'd be a great crowd. The atmosphere is always awesome. The game is so obviously short and sharp and quick and exciting. So I don't really think it'd matter where you'd have it. Maybe like Brisbane, my home state in Australia. Have friends and family there. That would be pretty amazing, I reckon.
That's fair. I'll give you that one. Just because the last time I asked a sevens player, they suggested maybe Argentina or Chile, just with that South American vibe. Really.
Argentina would be great. Obviously, the men are performing amazingly at the moment, so that would probably, you could only imagine what supporters they'd get there. So that would be a cool one, actually.
Yeah. And just everything tick off all continents, because I think it's the only one that they don't do, I believe.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorted. Now, there's an art. It might be a tricky one for you. It might not be. Who is your dream sevens team, both past and present? You don't have to have ever played with them. It could be anyone you've enjoyed watching from the sevens circuit.
Dream sevens team. Any country.
Any country, and you can pick yourself because you're the guest.
I honestly it would be hard to go past our team that did the triple last year. We had a really close-knit, or we still do, but we had a really close-knit group of, staff and everyone involved, and there was 12, 13 players that played a big part in that, and I think the camaraderie that we built to win those three was massive, so that's probably my favourite. And I think even looking on, to be honest, I think people hopefully saw that as well, and showed that excitement throughout our team through those wins. So I'd probably say that's my most exciting and loved team on the circuit.
Is there anyone not Australian that you would draft in if you could?
I really like Great Britain. I think they've always been lovely. They're always, I think you can just see how much they've improved. So, well, I guess becoming from England, becoming Great Britain, speaking their captains a lot in the past, and I guess how far they've come and how quickly they've improved and how much they're performing, and just absolutely great people. So to be honest, I think the GB girls always high up there. They're always such great competitors and always, I guess, really honest and fair, and will always come and shake your hand and I guess have a drink at the end of the tournament and things like that. That's
fair. That's what it's all about. That's why rugby is the best sport.
Exactly, yeah, and I love that. It makes it so much better.
Could not agree more. I'm going to switch up a little bit just because we're not too far away from the Rugby World Cup in England for 2025 for the women's.
Yeah.
Is that in your pipeline? Are you thinking maybe switch across to 15s after the Olympics? And
I have actually never played 15, so I often speak to coaches and things like that around what position I'd actually be suited to and be able to play. But it would absolutely be a thing I'd love to kind of put my foot into. But it's probably just a little bit far away considering my focus is on Paris. But I think if I did get the opportunity, to cross over to 15s and give it a crack, even at training, if we did a little scrag match and see how I went, I think that would be the most ideal situation. But yeah, I definitely love to have a crack at that one day.
Good. I'm trying to think of the position you could play at 15 now.
People have spun out multiple different positions, so I don't even know myself.
Well, what have people told you, and I'll see what I think.
A lot of people said 4 and 6. I don't really fancy the scrum in 15, so I don't know how I feel about that. Or just like a wing outside centre kind of situation. So very different, obviously.
I was actually going to say fullback, just because of that hybrid. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, kicking. I don't know the kicking is my game, but we can test it out.
Just you don't even have to kick it. Just be one of those running fullbacks.
Just run it. Yeah, exactly. I could do that too.
Happy days. No, never say never. I like that.
No, exactly.
Just from a personal experience, you can name a team as well if you like. Who is the toughest individual opponent for you that you've ever went up against?
Individual opponent. I'd probably say Michaela Blythe's always a very, very tough opponent. Just physically and mentally, all of the above. I think she is an absolute athlete, and you can see on the field she's always making a difference and helping her team obviously achieve what they want to achieve. And they've been winning so much lately. So I think she's such a strong opponent, especially against us or every single team. So yeah, I'd probably say Michaela.
That's fair. Friend of the show, Michaela Blythe as well. So there you go.
What was that?
Friend of the show, Michaela Blythe as well. So
very good.
Very lucky. So we're getting a little sevens roster going now. I love it. It's great.
It is good. Yeah, I love it.
We've got yourself. We've got the Levi sisters. We've got Michaela Blythe. We've got Nia Tapper. Rachel McLaughlin when she played because she was in the Commonwealth. There we go. See, perfect sevens team.
A great mix. Yeah.
Is there any advice you have that you would pass on to like young girls wanting to get involved in the sevens game?
Yeah, I guess just what I always got told when I was younger and probably a little bit scared to jump into anything too quickly. I think a lot of people get scared of the contact and things like that. But I think sevens is a game that you need to give absolutely 100%, but it's such a challenging game. You train for however many weeks of the year, you play only 7 times. So I think just really love what you do, but just be prepared that it will be hard. But because it's hard, not everyone can do it. You know, it's not something that everyone can do. So you're in a unique position. I think just give it your all and see where you get, but also just make sure you're always enjoying what you're doing because it's not easy. And if you're not enjoying it, it makes it extra challenging mentally and physically. So that's probably my biggest thing to someone younger than me.
That's good. I like that. I couldn't agree more. If you don't enjoy it, that's not just for rugby. That's just life. If you're not enjoying something, it might not be for you.
No, exactly. And I think that's life is so short, and you know, every year ticks by, and I guess, you know, hoping that you achieve those goals. But I think it's so important, as you said, in general life, make sure you enjoy what you're doing. You're loving it, you're smiling, you're happy. Otherwise, you know, you might as well go do something that does make you happy, I think.
That's why I do this. I love
exactly.
Rugby. I'm getting to speak to all these top athletes around the world.
So for people, it's so good.
And their success is my success. It's not. I know that's not how it works. But I like to think it. I've won a World Series. I've won I haven't, but yeah. We're going to move into something a bit different now. We're going to get to know you as a person.
Yeah.
So, cats or dogs?
Definitely dogs.
That's an easy choice, yeah.
I'm actually like partially allergic to cats, so they're definitely not my choice.
Oh, that's fine. I don't like cats and cats don't like me, so it's a mutual. Just
yeah, fair.
Yeah, definitely dogs. Any specific breed of dog or just all dogs?
Dash hounds are probably my favourite. Yeah, little sausage dogs.
Fair enough. You don't carry it in a bag, do you?
No, I actually have a Kelpie cross-border collie, which is crazy, but I kind of grew up with dash hounds, and I'd love to get one of my own sometime. So they're definitely my go-to dog, and
Fair
I can
enough.
fit him in a bag anytime.
What would you name it? We're just going for it now. What would you call your dash hound?
Maybe like Milo or something. Really basic.
I don't know why I said that. I just wanted to really try and catch you off guard there. So there we go.
No, I have a few names.
That's fine. Favorite venue to play at in the World Series? You can't include Australia.
I love Cape Town. I love going to Cape Town and playing. I actually was very, very excited to go to Hong Kong this year, but I got injured just before it, and I was absolutely devastated. So I'm going to have to stick with saying Cape Town.
That's one for the bucket list then. It's Hong Kong.
Yeah, next year.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Your Commonwealth gold medal, your World Series, or your World Cup, you can only have one. The other two didn't happen.
I'm going to have to say Commonwealth Games.
Why?
I think just the feeling of it was probably the best feeling I've ever had in my whole career. I've been probably the situation as well. We won against New Zealand in the semi-final. That was the absolute best feeling of, as I said, my whole career. And then just having that like pure belief that we had it won, I guess, after that. And I'd never celebrated. We'd never celebrated as a team as hard as that. And I don't think I'd ever want that taken away from me compared to, I guess, the World Series and things like that.
I love that. That leads me to my next question then. Favorite post-match drink? I don't mean protein shakes or Powerades. Big win. You and the girls are out on the town. What are you drinking?
I'm a country girl, so I do like a Bundaberg rum and coke or a spiced rum and coke. That's probably my go-to, or a nice little cocktail or something.
What kind of cocktail?
Margarita, an amaretto sour, something like that.
Ooh, nice. See, yeah, I'm liking this. I could drink with you. This is nice. Favorite film?
You're really getting me here. I don't have favorite anything. I can't tell you. Maybe like I'll have to get back to you.
No worries.
I'm a super indecisive person, so this is tough. Get my favorite.
If there was a film based on your career, who would you want to play Demi Hayes?
Just anyone, any Joe Blow?
Anyone you want. Anyone you want.
I think probably my sister or something would be cool.
Nice.
She'd have a true representation of who I am and things like that.
Good, I like that. Cool. Favorite music genre or favorite song as well?
Definitely country music. And I'm liking the Beyond, the song Beyond with the Luke Combs version at the moment. That's probably one that I like to listen to a lot.
Nice. Can't be a better Luke Combs. It's really good.
Yeah.
I've started listening to him properly, but I quite like him.
Yeah, he's great. Always very good.
My music taste is a bit weird though. That's fine. It goes very like rock, indie to rap to country to nothing.
It's fine. You need a good mix.
Like it goes from like I'm trying to think like Oasis to Shania Twain.
Yeah, that's a good mix though.
Very
some
weird.
variety.
Keeps you on your toes though when you're driving though. So there we go.
Yes, exactly. That's what you need.
Your dream holiday or vacation destination?
I've done Europe, so I can't really say that, but I would love to do the countryside of America and drive up through doing a bunch of country music festivals and Nashville and stuff like that. Cheyenne would be, that's probably one of our goals with myself and my partner to do one day.
Nice. Cowboy hat, the boots.
Yeah.
all that.
In a big ram or something fun.
Oh, love it. I can picture it now. I love it. It's so good.
Such a bogan.
Is there anything you're currently binge watching on television that you recommend viewers watch?
I'm watching The Good Doctor. Really like it. Not really. I'm very easy as long as it's easy to understand. Pretty happy. So at the moment, The Good Doctor
Nice. I've heard good reviews. I've not watched it yet, so there you go. I'll make it.
Yeah, it's a good one, and there's a good amount of seasons where it won't run out in like a few weeks, so you should have a crack.
Even better then. Happy days. I like that.
Yes.
Hobbies away from rugby.
Probably my favorite hobby is probably riding my horses, going home to my family's property and riding horses. I love catching up with my old school friends because I moved away straight after graduating school, and then probably just spending time at the beach. But they're very city to country different. So yeah, riding horses is definitely up there.
Nice. Very, very good.
Now
this is usually where the conversation just falls flat, but we'll give it a go. I have faith in you. You're doing really good so far.
Okay.
Favorite style of food or food cuisine?
I love Italian. Probably that's my favorite.
That's good. Usually people
like,
come up with like seafood.
No, I don't like seafood that much. Love pasta, pizza, garlic bread, any carbs. I'll have it.
Demi's like top of the food chain right now.
Oh, who can't go past pasta?
That's a fair point, and it's so easy, and you can never go wrong with it. And if you can go wrong with pasta, it's more you that's the problem than the pasta.
yeah, I completely agree. I'm with you.
Now, because you're Australian, I need to ask this because this one hurt my head. It was actually the Levi sisters that unveiled this one to me.
Okay.
Pineapple on pizza. Yes or no?
I'm pretty sure I've told Charlotte Caslick once that like I didn't like it, but I definitely don't like. I like the freshness of it, I think. So I'm gonna say yes. Not a fan.
Not a fan. But this is a bit I was told about. Would you put pineapple on a burger?
No.
Thank you. Yeah,
I find that weird.
Not nice. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't sit well with me.
Because you can only just imagine cutting a slice of pineapple off a whole pineapple thing on your burger. That's not nice. So you wouldn't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've had some guests try and say you have to grill it as if you would the burger as well. I'm like, no, I'm not. Pineapple doesn't go near it.
No. And it's so thick, it just makes the burger harder to eat.
Exactly. Thank you, Demi. Thank you.
No worries.
You've ticked all the boxes. The food's usually the bit where everything starts to go pear-shaped, but you've smashed it. It's all good.
Nice.
Biggest inspiration and why?
I'd probably say my parents throughout my whole life. They have born on the property in the country, born and raised. It's where my brother and my sister and I were all brought up, and they kind of gave us anything and everything to, I guess, make us successful in life. And they never hesitated to pay for something that was to do with my career or anything like that. So they're probably my biggest inspirations, and why I've probably been in this career for so long, and why I'll ever continue is because I guess want to forever make them proud, and they inspire me on the property. I guess I relate that a little bit to my career, and that always inspires me.
Amazing. So good. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I think 5 years. Where are we now? 2023.
I know, it's disgusting.
I think I'm studying media, so I would have finished my degree hopefully next year. I don't think I'll be playing in 5 years. So hopefully I've moved into the media in the sport category, doing some presenting and things like that. And yeah, I don't know, maybe, you know, a few, not a few, maybe one, I don't know, you know, starting a family in 5 years or so, and a house in Sydney or something like that. At the moment, we have a little property near my parents, so whether we can make that a house as well, that would be nice. So that's probably where I see myself in 5 years.
I love that. And you're so focused on career, personal life. It's just, yeah, so good. Like how you said,
I do like seeing, looking long term. So sometimes I need to bring it back to here and now and being present. So I do like looking forward to the future.
It's good though. I like how you went, I would have a few and then instantly change to have maybe just one.
Yeah, no, not a few. 5 years have come way too quick.
It goes quick. Like my little boy's 3 now and it feels like just yesterday.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I'm going to stick with maybe one.
Maybe one. Potentially. That's good.
Potentially, yeah.
Final question for you today.
Yeah.
One thing you'd like to be remembered for?
Probably mainly for the person I am off the field. The player. I think playing is such a big part of my life, but I really want to be known for a very genuine, caring person, teammate, friend, by the people who I guess came through the path with me or even experienced anything to do with that or even versed me as a player. So that's probably the biggest thing I'd probably want to be remembered for after my career or even in life in general.
It's good. I think you're genuine. From this conversation, I could feel you're a genuine person. So it's good.
Thank you.
Well, the book is now closed, Demi, because you've absolutely smashed it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. All the best for. It feels like the season's just finished, but you've just said that you're back in camp this coming month. So all the best.
Again, life goes quickly.
It does. It really does. So all the best for the season. Hopefully, get the gold in Paris.
Yeah.
And then who knows? Who knows what comes next? Maybe one, 2 babies in a house in the country.
5 maybe. No, thank you so much for having me. And yeah, it's very exciting.
It is, but like you said, maybe bring it in not so long term as well. But
it's nice to look in the present and just 2 months, 6 months, 12 months away. It's all very exciting and there's so much to look forward to. So you don't want to skip by that, I don't think.
Exactly. Well, we'll end it on that high. This has been the final whistle with Demi Hayes, and we'll see you next time.